Okay, we are live now. Hey, hello everyone. Good evening and good morning to all the people from all over India and world. So yes, I'm able to see that. Yes, waiting for the class. Yes, class has been started, guys. Eagerly waiting. Hello, hello. Hey, hi, Surin. Thanks a lot for joining. Omar, great. Manikanta, great. Okay, great, great. Thanks all for joining. So we will wait for 1 or 2 minutes. And Omar, can you put a message in the Telegram chat in our group that class has been started? Or anyone from this people who are watching me, if you see that in Telegram, right, you can put a message that class has been started, and let people also join. Yes, hi, Guru. I will check in LinkedIn also whether people are available or not, so we will just see. uh, okay, people are slowly joining. Yes, hi, Peter. Yes. Okay, Ramya, hi. Okay. Hi, Praveen. I know your story is read on LinkedIn. Okay, that's great, Aditya. Thanks a lot. Okay, from LinkedIn, how are you all doing? Good? Great, great, great. So we will wait for some more time. Okay, 1 2 minutes. And what we are going to do, I will tell you. So put the post in the Telegram and let people know कि our class has been started. Hey, hi, Chakravarti. Thanks a lot for joining. Okay, great. Right. So let's start the class. Time is now 6:03. We will not waste much time, and we'll start the class. And slowly, let people join. Hey, hi, Isaac. Thanks a lot for joining. So, what are we going to learn today? What are the things that you have? And what about yesterday's class, guys? Have you completed the projects that I have shared to you all? Documents? Have you all got the documents? Yes, no? Quickly. Hi, Suresh. Yes. Have you all got the documents which I have shared yesterday in the Telegram group? So this will be your documents. Okay, class has been started. So Vikash is telling class has been started. So I'm not sure if you are able to see, but yeah, this is the group which we have. Okay, great. So you have received the documents, right? That's very much important. If you have not received, I'm giving you the link. You can just scroll above this on this link. You just scroll and join this link, and you will be able to get the documents which we have covered yesterday. So let me share my screen. What we are going to learn today. Very important concepts. I will tell you everything in depth. Okay, and very interesting topic today will be. Okay, so let's start the class. What are you getting today? Okay, so let me explain you all. Today we will be only talking about networking, okay, in Kubernetes. Okay, very much important. What is this topic? This topic has literally a great impact on your resume. Okay, very important. This topic has a very big impact on your resume because people generally don't know what is networking, what actually the networking happens, why this networking is important. And in this concept of networking, if you see today, we will be talking about DNS, we'll be talking about Calico, we'll be talking about network policies, we'll be deploying some projects. Okay, you will be talking about egress, ingress, you'll be talking about pods, you'll be talking about architectures. Okay, so those all things are there in today's project. Similarly, you have done yesterday's project, today's project also I will do everything hands-on. Okay, is it clear? Does it sounds interesting to you all? Yes, hi Irshad, thanks a lot for joining. Great. Calico, I will tell you. Meanwhile, I have not started yet. I will tell you what are these were topics that we will cover in today's class. So, topics we will cover today. Okay. So, all these topics we will cover today. And let me start the screen share to you. Okay, not this one. Yeah. So all of you see here, what are we topics again? I will repeat. We'll be talking about Kubernetes networks today. Kubernetes DNS, DNS deep dive, Kubernetes components, Calico networking, network policies, ingress, egress, deny policies, deployments, and routing. So these all topics are covered for you. So another 2 hours, you all will be with me, and I'll be teaching you everything from basics to advanced, what you have to know when you are understanding any point of time this networking concept. Are you all ready? Yes, no. Can we start the class? Guys, can I start the class? Yes. Okay, good. So first of all, let's see about what other things are there. Okay, in this topic, the first topic which I'll be telling you all is about the Kubernetes components, which we have seen yesterday, and today what we are going to introduce. Now, this data flow, how the data is flowing, what is this diagram all about? Let's spend some time understand on these things. And if you have not seen what is the Kubernetes architecture that we have covered, what are the things that we have covered yesterday, please watch. After you complete this video today, you watch the yesterday's video also. That will help you understand the Kubernetes architecture, Docker architecture, deployments, pods, secrets, config maps, and all those things. Now, all of you see here, the center of attraction. Okay, if you see here, the center of attraction in Kubernetes is pod, guys. Okay, so let me tell you like this. This is the center of attraction, and whatever you are seeing around the pod is about the various kinds of use cases that the pod brings to us. So in yesterday's class, you have seen about secret, you have seen about config map. These two are related to configuration management in Kubernetes. In yesterday's class, you have seen about storage and persistent volume claims. These two are related to storage. In today's class, you will see about networks and exposition, and you will also see about service accounts. You will also see about some things like custom resource definitions and pod security policies and all. So in this entire flow, and also like you will see daemon sets, okay, today. So these all things, whatever you are seeing, are interlinked with this particular pod. Okay, very much important. This pod is the center of attraction in Kubernetes, and these all things, whatever you are seeing here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, almost 25 components are available, which are divided into one category. Okay, sorry, which are divided into category 1, category 2, category 3, category 4, category 5, category 6. Okay, there are 6 categories in the Kubernetes, and today we'll be discussing little more advanced categories with respect to Kubernetes. Now you need to understand whatever we will be learning today, all are related to your networks and configuration. Yesterday, what we have learned, guys? Yesterday we have learned storage. Yesterday we have learned configuration. Okay, so today we'll be learning about networks, policies, endpoints, service, replica sets, little bit your stateful, daemon sets, and all those things that your pod needs. And one more thing, if you see here, this dashed lines, if you see, and this straight line, if you see, okay, this one and this one, if you see here, whenever you see here the dashed lines, it means that this particular concept creates the pod. Okay, very important. Listen carefully, guys. Are you able to understand whatever I'm talking? Yes. Are you able to understand what I'm telling? Yes or no? Guys, quickly, whatever I have told in the first few minutes, little bit, have you understood? Yes or no? Okay, clear. What about others? Right. So yesterday you have understood about few of the components, and today you will be understanding about completely on the networking concepts. And you see here the clear diagram states whatever the dashed lines are. Okay, these all are resources, guys. Whatever you are seeing in red color, na, these all are Kubernetes resources which are helping you to create pod. So you see here the dashed lines creates pod. The replica set in Kubernetes creates pod. The stateful set in Kubernetes creates pod. The jobs create pods. The daemon sets create pods. But in terms of this line, if you see arrow mark, arrow mark, arrow mark, arrow mark, these are references. It means these are some or the other add-ons on the pod. This dashed lines creates the pod. Okay, and these are add-ons to the pod. Let's say like I am making a Maggi masala. Okay, so I put a Maggi in my stove. Okay, and whatever the masala is there, the Maggi is the key ingredient. Let's consider like the Maggi is the pod. Okay, the Maggi is the pod, and the masala is the add-ons on the Maggie. Okay, so whatever you are seeing, persistent volume claims, PV, these all are add-ons. But whatever the Maggie packet is, that is your pod. And these all types of Maggies are there, like vegetable Maggie and those things, whichever the Kubernetes gives us. These all things ultimately creates pod. And what are the dependencies? These all are dependencies: persistent volume claims. These all are add-ons to the pod. This is very much important before we go ahead in learning any kind of Kubernetes architecture or any kind of Kubernetes components. This is very much important. Are you all clear with the first step? Have you all understood? Quickly give me a yes if you all have understood, and please like the video if you have not liked. And one more thing, yesterday we have given the documents in the Telegram group. Today I will be collecting all your email IDs and will be giving you the documents, the access to your email IDs. Is it clear, everyone? So stay till the end of this video and I will be collecting all your email IDs. Whoever is there in this class, I'll be collecting all your email IDs, and on the drive I'll be giving you access, because unnecessarily giving to other people, they don't know the value, right? Those who have not joined. So I want you all to wait till the end of this class. By 8 p.m. we will sharply complete the class and I'll be collecting all your email IDs, and then I will be rolling out the things for you. Okay, clear? Right. So that's what this first slide defines. Now, very much important, let's discuss about other components. Now, whenever this is my laptop, guys, very interesting, huh? Listen carefully. This is my laptop. Now, in the laptop, if you see, I'm installing a software called Kubernetes. Okay. Once I install the software called Kubernetes, this software is giving me different types of components. And yesterday you have seen one was control node, one was worker node. In the control nodes, there were 4 components. In the worker nodes, there were 4 components, right? But we didn't discuss about one important component of Kubernetes in yesterday's class. That is your DNS. Okay. So before we jump onto DNS, or before I tell about what is DNS, let's discuss about what is this component actually doing in the real world. Okay. So DNS is domain name system. Okay. You all can write it. And in Linux, it's very important concept to know. Domain name service, okay, or system. Okay, so you can call it anything. So when you talk about DNS, what it does is, whenever you type any URL, let's say like www.google.com, okay, or let's say like www.heydevops.com or .in, heydevops.in, whatever you type in the Google, the first and the foremost thing, the request is gone to the nearby DNS server. And DNS is basically a phone directory. Okay, all of you clearly understand this. It's a phone directory where the name of the person is mapped to the phone number. Okay, so what DNS does is, DNS simply resolves the name to the IP address. So the name equal to IP address it does. Now, all of you tell me, in the phone book, do you search with the IP address or do you search with the name of the person? In the phone directory, do you search with the IP address or name? What do you search? Can you tell me? What do you search? In the phone, do you search with the name of the person or phone number of the person? Okay, name. Quickly, guys, when I'm talking, please respond so that it will help me understand you guys are following the class. Okay, great. Quickly. Okay, name. So all of you are agreeing that with the name of the person, right? And people on LinkedIn, please be active so that I can understand that you are watching the video, right? Name. Obviously, we all will watch the name. Now, the same thing DNS also does. DNS, what it does is, it maps the name of the URL, basically a URL, to the IP address. So whenever you type something like this, heydevops.in or some website, it will redirect to the IP address 10.12.13.14/ some value. Let's assume that. Now, ultimately, the entire networking of the Kubernetes, okay, is managed by this core DNS. Okay, very important. And this core DNS helps in mapping the Kubernetes pods, networks, and all those things. Now, if you see here, In the core DNS, there is one more component called kubedns. Now, as I have told you that whenever you create a pod, okay, let's assume that this is your pod. And I have also told you that in front of the pod, there will be always a service created. Did I told you guys? In front of the pod, always the service is created. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Yes. We have discussed that in front of every pod, there is a service, and the service can be anything. Same way, the core DNS is a pod in the Kubernetes. Today, I will show you in the hands-on, right? So core DNS is a pod, and kubedns is the service name. So whenever you call or you want to see, I can show you just 1 second. Yeah. So if you see here in this architectural diagram, if you see here, the control manager, the scheduler, the kubelet, and there is one more component which we will be discussing today. That is your kubedns. This kubedns is a service. Okay. Service for core. Okay. Okay, it's not allowing me to write. So I will write it here for your better understanding. You can take a note. So in our architecture, this will be kubedns, which will be a service in Kubernetes, and the core DNS will be the pod. Very much important. I will show you what this exactly contains. The core DNS, how it maps the values to the IP address, what is the configuration, everything I will show you in hands-on. Now, you need to understand that whenever some person is trying to interact with my Kubernetes cluster, the main component or the main gateway that tells the person that, okay, there is some incoming request, and this DNS will be routing that traffic to the pod. Some internal communication or some findings is done by core DNS. Okay, domain name service. Are you all clear what we have discussed? So, have you understood the basic crux of this? Have you understood the basic crux of this? Yes or no? What is kube service, kube DNS, and what is core DNS? The basic understanding, one line answer. Have you understood what it does actually? Everyone, have you understood the one line answer? What is this exactly? Other people? Quickly. Yes, right. Now basics, if you have understood, let's go a little bit deep on this. Okay. Now all of you see here, guys, this is the bigger architecture of DNS. Okay. So see, I will tell you. So very simple, huh? If you see here in the DNS components, okay, so you see here in Kubernetes, there is a service, there is a pod. Okay. Now the DNS format for every application or for every pod and for every service is this kind. Okay. See here, service name, how the DNS is actually generated for every pod and service, how the DNS name is actually generated for every pod and every service. Let's see here. Okay. So if you see here, the service name dot namespace dot service dot cluster dot local. Now, very much important. If we break down this, I'm telling you, okay, tell me, till now, in all the projects, how have you accessed the pods in the Kubernetes? Can you all tell me? How will you access the pods in the Kubernetes? Can you quickly tell me, guys? How will you access the pods in the Kubernetes till now in any project? How have you accessed the pods? Guys, how have you accessed the pods till now? Quickly. Any idea? I'm talking about you are using some service, right? You are using some service, right? Yes, service press node port or any kind of thing. But actually to the actual in Kubernetes, okay, in Kubernetes, the entire DNS is formed in this way, guys. So if you see here, the internal mapping, so to your assumption, you would have used like this, maybe 20, okay, and you would have, okay, sorry, not 20, you would have used something like this 8080 to access the endpoint of the pod. But in general, inside Kubernetes, there is a domain name already existed. So let's say you are accessing with this 10.12.13.0, and this is mapped to the DNS name of a pod like this. Okay, so the service name, let's say I am talking about service name dot, very much important, the service name dot, what the namespace the pod has been deployed dot, you see here service object, this is constant, and the final thing is cluster dot local. Now all of you see here, I have created a service yesterday with name my app, right? Do you remember? I have created a service name called my app hyphen service. Let's assume that this is my service, and the namespace I have deployed is my app. Okay, so the DNS name, the core DNS, see here how core DNS creates the DNS name. That is what we are learning here. Okay, how the core DNS creates the DNS name of pods and service by default is with this naming convention. So let me tell you, for example, if my pod name, if my service name is this, okay, and the namespace is this, so what will be my DNS name, guys? My DNS name will be my app hyphen service dot namespace my app dot svc dot cluster dot local. I will show you everything. You don't need to worry. I will show you everything in the project, but you need to understand how the core DNS gives names to pods and service. So you see here in this diagram, suppose it's a pod. So you see here pod will be having pod IP address, namespace, pod, and cluster.local. So all the things, the top level and the cluster. So how the naming convention is started is, you see here the root name of the certificate or the DNS is basically cluster.local. In every Kubernetes, whenever you create a cluster, the cluster.local is the default domain. Guys, domain means you have an application, okay, and you are going and creating some domain for your application. So similarly, in Kubernetes, the default domain is cluster.local, and this is the root domain. And after that, if it is a service dot namespace dot service name. If it is a pod, cluster.local, pod namespace, and pod IP address values. Have you understood, guys? Are you understanding in Kubernetes how the naming, the core DNS functionality in the Kubernetes? Little bit, have you understood? Yes or no? Little bit you have understood. I will show you when I'm doing the hands-on. I will show you, but little bit have you understood what we are trying to learn from this concept? How a core DNS pod is helping my pods and service to assign names. Have you understood? Yes. Okay. Okay, great. So little bit, if you have understood, that should be fine. As of now, when I am doing, so very simple, guys. I will repeat again. Few of you are telling not understood. So what my intention to you is, okay, first try to understand the question. Okay, the question is how core DNS gives names to pods and service, right? That's what the basic requirement I have. So whenever you create pod in Kubernetes, let's assume that, okay, how the naming convention of the DNS will be is, okay, so basically pod name, let's assume pod name or IP dot, okay, then it will be your namespace of pod dot, here what is that, pod dot namespace dot, yeah, so here the object type pod and cluster dot local. So these all four values are important for the DNS to work in Kubernetes. That's how the naming convention of pods are basically in the Kubernetes terminology. It understands basically. Little bit clear? Yes. Okay. Now, once you are doing hands-on, I will be little bit making you understand about more things. But as of now, because how many of you are first time understanding this? How many of you are first time experiencing this concept? This one. How many of you are first time? First time? Only 3-4 people? Rest all of you know about this? First time? Okay. Almost all of you are first time, right? Okay. So please try to understand in the first time, if you have understood like 20 to 30, 40%, that's fine. Once we do the hands-on, it will be easy for you. Okay. Right. Now, all of you see here, till now we have seen about the DNS part, right? A little bit. Now let's understand whenever a pod is created. Okay. Whenever a pod is created, little bit about the core DNS when we are doing the deep dive. This is what the theory it is telling. It is telling that the core DNS helps us to understand about the flexibility, extensibility, gives us the high performance, reliability. And not only this, if you see here, if you see this slide, whenever you install the Kubernetes cluster, okay, very important. Whenever you are installing the Kubernetes cluster, with your installation, there is a component called core DNS. So yesterday you would have understood this is the first component, API server, controller, okay, then kube proxy, kube scheduler, and you will see today the core DNS. Okay, and this core DNS is also the part of Kubernetes, and it is deployed in the namespace, this kube system. Okay, so the namespace which it is deployed is kube system. I'll be showing you, I will be doing the hands-on, and I will be showing you the, okay, I'll be showing the configuration. Okay, configurations I'll be showing you in hands-on. Once I will do the hands-on, okay, once I will do the hands-on, I'll be showing you the configurations of the core DNS. Is it clear, everyone? Yes, everyone? Clear, 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 clear. Yes. Okay, great. Now all of you see here, once till now you have understood a little bit about the core DNS. And once I will do the hands-on, I will be explaining you completely about this, how the configuration looks, what is there in the core DNS, the configurations and all those things I will show you. But as of now, you understood that in the Kubernetes, the core DNS helps the pods and the services to give that naming conventions and tries to help find the pods. Okay, so DNS is basically find, like phone directory, right? You have your phone, right? You have your phone, and what you do is basically you open the directory. Okay, you open the directory and you search with the name. Okay, you search with the name of the person. You will not do the number search, you will do the name search. That is easy. So the name search, always the core DNS follows. Okay, so let's move ahead. Let's see like what are the next components that are there for you to understand. Now this is what I have kept in the theory. The default domain used for DNS resolution within a cluster is cluster.local. This is the, okay, This is the first call which you will be seeing in the cluster. Cluster.local is the basic DNS, and the DNS name for service will look like service name dot namespace dot service dot cluster dot local, and for the pod IP address namespace pod dot cluster dot local. These two things will be very much important. And guys, one more thing, if you want to see the core DNS configurations, you can see with this command. I will be doing, when I'm doing the hands-on, I will show you. We will be editing the config maps of the core DNS, and we'll be looking inside the core DNS what all the things that the core DNS has, with which it is helping our pods and the service to be able to find by the users. Is it clear, everyone? Okay, Suren is asking a question. Whenever we create a pod or a service, core DNS will create a DNS name internally to connect. Yes, that's correct what you have said, Suren. I think Suren has made it clear to everyone. Whenever we create a pod and a service, the core DNS assigns the name internally to connect with the pod, to find the service. Okay, are you all clear with my explanation and Suren's one-line statement? Yes? Yes, no? And guys, today's like target on YouTube video is 150 likes. Okay, so please like the video. If you are liking, like someone is coming to you, talking to you, making you understand some new concepts, please like the video. And once the stream is ended at 8 p.m, you can also comment down some good things about today's class. Okay, so yesterday also the same thing, the video was going good actually, like 230 likes I think we have got. So if you like it, more people will understand, and you can tell to more people also, like something we are doing here, okay, for learning. Good. Now you understood this particular thing we will be doing in the hands-on. But as of now, let's move ahead. Let's see some more concepts here. Now, once you have understood about the core DNS, the DNS of the now let's understand about your network in Kubernetes. Now, all of you tell me, guys, this core DNS was able to find the pods and the service. Okay, let's say like in the cluster, it was able to find which pod it should go, what is the pod DNS name, and all those things it understood. But there is one more component, okay, called Calico. Okay, so this Calico in Kubernetes, okay, is helping you to set up the network in Kubernetes. For example, I have my laptop, guys. Okay, I have my laptop. I have newly bought my laptop. Okay, so when you first buy the laptop, you will bring to your home, right? And you will connect this laptop to the router. Yes. Now let's assume that the laptop was Windows, you did the same. But if you are having some installations on the laptop, like Linux, okay, let's say like this laptop is converted to the Linux laptop, and you are trying to connect from one Linux laptop to another Linux laptop, which is in another network. Now there are two different networks, network 1 and network 2. What are the things that you will take to make sure that one network of Linux machine is talking to the other Linux machine in another network? Any idea? How do you make sure these two things are talking with each other? Yes. How do you think these two pods are, or okay, these two systems are talking to each other? Can you please tell me? Let's assume that you have a Linux system 1, you have a Linux system 2 in two networks, network 1 and network 2. How do you make sure these two are talking with each other? Any idea? Like you wanted to tell? Any idea? Any guess? Security groups, SSH, routing through IP. Anything else you wanted to tell me? Ping. Neelima is telling ping. Anything else? You are able to understand here? Anything else is there? Emmanuel is telling IP. gateway. What else? Okay. Now all of you see here, my question was not about how do you check the connectivity. People started telling me that you will do the ping, you will check whether the networks are proper or not. I told you how you make the two systems talk with each other. I didn't want to test whether the two systems are talking or not. I wanted to make sure I bring the Linux system, Linux in network 1 to talk with Linux in network 2. Okay, so how do you do it? So basically there is a concept of peering, okay, the networks, making the networks overlap, making sure the network one is able to talk with the network 2. There are many concepts like routers, switches, everything will come. But in terms of Kubernetes, if you see, how do you make sure that your entire network of Kubernetes is bounded? Let's say you create a VPC. Okay, you have something like CIDR, classless inter-domain routing. CIDR like 10.12.13.0 slash maybe 24, something like this, right? Whenever you create a, okay, so for example, you have your office, right? Your office boundaries are walls, right? You are not supposed to go outside the office wall. Let's assume that this is your boundary, right? So similarly, in Kubernetes, this Calico file tells the Kubernetes that, boss, this is your boundary. Are you able to understand? And how does it defines? It defines with the help of CIDR. Okay, it gives a proper networking concept to the Kubernetes with which internal pods can talk to each other, they can communicate with each other. Even one pod in one network can communicate to the other pod in another network or cluster. So the Calico setup is very much important. When it comes to the Calico, it is very much important. Now let's see some examples of Calico which will help you understand KR. Oh, this is my Calico. Okay, so all of you see here, I will show you some Calicos here. Now all of your eyes on the screen, guys. All of your eyes on the screen. Are you able to see my screen with Calico file? Yes. Yes. This one. Are you able to see everyone? Yes, no? Okay, you all are able to see. Good. Now, first of all, the Calico is designed by Tigra. Okay, this is the basically the founder of the Calico files. And if you see here, the 4-rule theory, which we have discussed yesterday, API version, kind, metadata, spec. Okay, and based on the kind, the below specifications get changed. This we have discussed already yesterday. And if you see here, the Calico network specification is telling us that what is my boundary. Are you able to understand? So whenever you create a network in any place, this CIDR helps you understand that what is your boundary. And for your information, we have selected a node selector also in Kubernetes. The node selector means which all nodes the networking should be applied. And we are selecting all. It means whenever this Calico networking is created, it will be managing the network of all the nodes, worker nodes also. Are you able to understand? This is the very basic. If you see here, API version, kind, metadata, spec, and very basic Calico file to make you understand how a Calico file looks like. Is it clear, everyone? I have pinged you the data also. I thought like it will come in a good way. But have you understood this thing? A basic Calico file looks like this, but I will show you the complex Calico file. And today our clusters will be created with the help of Calico in the project. Are you getting me, guys? Everyone, right? We'll be using in the project the Calico files, and I will show you with the help of the Calico file how these things are getting. So how many of you are experiencing the Calico also first time? Honest answer. Calico first time. What about others? First time? Okay, good. You all are doing first time, right? In the context of DevOps, Calico typically refers to Calico, which is popular open source networking and security. Yes, it's an open source networking project. And if you type anything like this, Calico document or something, it will take you to the documentation of Calico and it will tell you which project you need. And once you click on the Calico open source project, it will give you the complete document of Calico and it will give you all the things also. Okay, so Calico is an open source project which is developed by Tigera, a company, and it is helping you to understand the networking of the entire clusters, okay, and nodes. I will show you when I'm doing the hands-on. I will show you the complete setup of Calico. Now, this is the basic Calico file. It is like a networking file. Now, if you want to see the complex, little bit complex Calico file, now this is the complex Calico file, guys. And in this Calico file, let me tell you very interesting things. Have you seen yesterday config map? Yes. Have you seen yesterday the config maps? So whatever we have learned yesterday, the same thing this entire file has, guys. Okay, this is the complex Calico file which I'm going to show you. So whatever you are seeing today, okay, the complex Calico file. Okay, so in this complex Calico file, starting from the config map, I will show you hands-on. So you don't leave the class. I will show you the hands-on, and today we will be collecting few of your email IDs. With that, we'll be sending you the documents. Okay, today's class document. So those who are in this class, I would request everyone to stay till the end, because today your email IDs will be taken and added to the drive, and that's how we will be giving access to the documents. Okay, whatever you are learning. Now, all of you see here, in terms of complex Calico file, starting from the kind, okay, kind API version metadata, starting from the bigger Calico file. If you see here, CNI, now the Calico components I'm trying to introduce you. In this Calico, the first component is container network configuration. Now, if you see here, the Calico, this particular component is managing the container network also. Okay, so let's say container 1, container 2, container 3. This container network is managed by Calico. So CNI is nothing but container network interface. Please write down in your notebook. The CNI is basically container network interface. And people who are watching me on LinkedIn, you can share this this live stream with your friends also, and you can ask them that they can join here, right? Okay, so people are watching. Okay, great. First time, right? Okay, so in terms of your understanding, if you see the complex Calico, it maintains the CNI of the containers basically, okay, and the container network interface version it is using. You don't need to understand all these things, but just I am telling you on a high level that the Calico which we are discussing here is maintaining the networks of the containers. It is maintaining the networks of the cluster. So see here, it is maintaining the networks of the cluster, networks of the container. So all these things, whatever the major blocks of the code you are seeing here, is all about your Kubernetes. Okay, so all the things it is maintaining. And those who are in my batch 8, right, you already know that what is RBACs and all. I will not touch here RBACs or cluster role bindings. Batch 8 students, are you aware of the cluster role bindings? Yes, we have discussed in the Kubernetes project in the class. So because this code is little bit big and it will consume so much time, I'll skip all those things. But I would request, if you are not aware what is RBAC, what is cluster role kind, whenever you do a control F, wherever you see a kind, you should be knowing what this kind is especially doing. Okay, so you can take this as an example and you can start understanding other kinds also, which is very much important. Okay, so this is what the Calico file looks like. Now let's see some more things. Okay, now if you see here, Calico maintains the networking of the Kubernetes. Calico provides a robust networking solution for the Kubernetes cluster, allowing pods to communicate with each other with external services. Security, Calico offers granular network policies controlling the communications between the pods. Scalability, Calico is designed to scale with your Kubernetes. Flexibility, Calico supports multiple deployment models, including bare metal. So Calico is deployed or can be integrated with bare metals, virtual machines, Kubernetes clusters, and on-premise clouds also. Performance, Calico is very powerful in terms of maintaining your networks. Now, if we little bit go deep dive into the other things, what exactly the Calico does, let's see. If you are maintaining your configurations of the network, right? Let's assume that you are maintaining your configurations of the network. So I want to make sure that in my Kubernetes, I want to create some network policies also. Now, in this network policy, the interesting fact when we talk about, let's say I have my DNS ready, okay, plus I have my this one Calico files ready, plus I am having network policies also ready. Now, what are these network policies? If you see here, guys, can you all tell me, suppose one laptop is there and this laptop is trying to communicate with other laptop, but I don't want this communication to happen. I don't want this communication to happen. Okay, so what I will do, I will put some layers of security here. Do you agree with me? I will put some layers of security. Guys, are you getting me? Yes or no? Yes or no? If there are two laptops and I don't want the communication for first laptop to talk with second laptop, yes, some firewalls I will keep. What else I will keep? Let's say, like, what else I will keep? Firewalls. Apart from the firewalls, any idea? What else are there apart from firewalls? Idris? Ingress rules. Okay. Now, apart from firewalls, what other things you can do? Okay. Okay, good. So some people are telling routing policies you will apply some IAM policies, deny. Someone is telling port restrictions, you are doing network policies, inbound and outbound rules. So that is what we are learning. Okay, now, so all of you see here, whenever you talk about that one of my pod, okay, this is pod P1, it should not talk with pod P2, or the pod P2 should not talk with pod P1. In this case, there is a concept of ingress and egress. Okay, so this ingress and egress rules are nothing but like your security groups in AWS. Okay, so what you have, the security groups, suppose you have an EC2 instance, you have the security groups, right? In the security group, you have inbound rules and outbound rules. Yes, so the same way in Kubernetes, if someone asks you how the networking in the pods are maintained, you have to tell them proudly regarding this network policies. You will tell them that, boss, I will create the pod network policies. And the pod network policy, if you see, kind network policy, API version, kind metadata spec, all the things remain same, the 4-rule theory. But in the specifications, when I'm creating the network policy, I am going to tell on which pod this policy should be applicable. Yes or no? Suppose in Kubernetes, there is a pod P1 and I am creating a network policy with the name policy demo or default deny. Okay, this network policy name is default deny. Okay, so you have a pod P1 and you have a network policy of default deny. Now I have to tell this policy of network default deny name to get attached with some pod. Correct? Do you agree with me? I am having two resources. This is network policy. This is my pod. And I have to tell my network policy that, hey boss, go and attach yourself with the pod. Do you agree with me? All of you agree with me? Yes or no? No, yes. No? Okay, all are silent. Yes? Okay, great. So Omar, you are getting right. So you have two things. One is P1 pod, another is network policy, and I want to attach my network policy to pod. So how do you attach it? You attach it with the help of the pod selectors. Okay, so you see here in the specification, there is something like pod selectors, and for this pod selector, there is no name, guys. Okay, so I am telling that this network policy is applicable to all the pods. Okay, so policy type is ingress and egress. But if you come here on this policy, okay, this is basically default deny all. So I am creating a deny policy. Okay, so I am creating a deny policy, but let's assume that I am creating an ingress policy that for my pod, anything which is coming from port 80, my pod should allow. So how I will do it? I will do it with kind network policy, API version, kind metadata, pod. Now, what is this? In the pod selector, I am selecting the pods with name called blue color. Okay, so you see here in the following example, incoming traffic is allowed if they come from the pod with label red in the namespace with label shape is equal to square. For example, for your understanding, you just forgot about this. Okay, you just focus on these first few lines. Okay, now when I'm talking about the pod, this network policy of allow different namespace is getting connected when I'm creating. This is connecting with the pod of color blue. Okay, so whatever the pod of color blue, this network policy of ingress is going to attach. But here one twist is, what inputs it will allow is basically from which pods it will allow. The pods with the match labels of namespace square. So you see your selector. Okay, for with the basic things, let's talk about what is selector in Kubernetes. Okay, this is basic thing. What is selector in Kubernetes is nothing but you like something, you select something, right? You like something, you go and catch something. So basically, there are various kinds of selectors in Kubernetes: node selector, pod selector, namespace selector. And that is what you are seeing here. In the namespace selector, which namespace I want to select? The namespace with name square. Okay. Pod selector, the pods with name red. Are you able to understand what is the selectors concept here in Kubernetes? Yes. Sir, can you make one video on how things are done in AWS service via CLI and also troubleshooting? Sure, I will try to do it. Okay. So now tell me, in this concept of ingress, egress, and maintaining the policies, okay, in terms of maintaining the policies, it is very easy. Kind network policy, you are creating a kind of network policy, API version, metadata spec. In the specifications, if you are selecting for the pod, you do pod selector. If you are selecting for node, you do node selector. If you are doing for namespace, you do namespace selector. So basically, this network policy is going to attach on which areas you are just telling. And for your information, under the specification, you are writing ingress. Ingress means inbound. Inbound. Okay. So what are the inbounds that I am going to take in my current pod? I am talking about that. Is it clear, everyone? Does it make sense, whatever we are we are talking? Yes? No? Okay, guys, quickly, now you have to click on this link and make the likes to 100 first. Okay, now first target, let's keep it 100 here likes. Quickly, if you have not liked the video, please do that. Did people on LinkedIn, you can also check out my YouTube page. Okay, where are you all? Yeah, so here are my people on LinkedIn. So yes, I have shared you the link here just now. You can just hit likes and 96, 4 more. You can do it. Yes, done, done, done. It has a shape key. What is that? Shape key is what I will tell you. See, shape key is basically the names of namespace. Okay, so you have to write like, what is that? And this is probably a custom resource which you are seeing, but ideally there will be no shape or anything. Match labels, value, key value only. Suppose ingress, egress, the same thing which you are doing. Egress means outbound rules. To which outbound rules I need to talk with. So basically in the outbound rules, you will have a CIDRs. Okay. Now, all of you see here, network policies. This is how the network policies will look like. API version, kind, metadata, spec, specifications, on which specifications you are going to select, pod selector, ingress, egress. Okay. In one network policy, this is the network policy, and you can write egress and ingress both together. So now all of you tell me, have you learned till here something new concepts today? And I will do the hands-on also for you. I'll tell you. Smash, I will tell you. Wait, I will tell you. So tell me, guys, have you learned some new things till now? Yes or no? Come on, quickly. And now we will do the hands-on. I will show you everything that you are experiencing in theory. I will do hands-on for you. Yes, quickly. Yes, yes, yes. People on Telugu side, on my channel, Telugu YouTube channel. Yes. Good. You understood, right? At least. Yes, a lot. Okay, good. Right? Great, great. Yes. People on LinkedIn? Yes. Good. Great, great. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Okay. So now let's move to hands-on, guys. Shall we go? Yes. Now, whatever I have told you in terms of theory, I'll be doing with the help of project. Let's do it. Okay. Good teaching. You are understanding, right? People on LinkedIn, please give yes or no if you have understood till now. What are the things that we are doing? Yes. Mohammad Arif Shravani. Yes, yes, yes. Good. That's great. Amit. Good. Now let's discuss. Great. Oh, I see so many people outside India are watching me. That's really good. Thanks a lot, Yannick. Emmanuel. That's great. Right. So people outside the country are watching us. That's where I am able to give more efforts to you. Oh, yes. Yes. People on LinkedIn, it will be a little bit delay. So yes. Okay. Right. So let's start the hands-on, guys. Okay. So quickly, we will do the hands-on one. Okay. Now it's time for the hands-on. So what we will do quickly is we will take the EC2 instance. Okay. All of you quickly see what I am doing. In next few minutes, I'll be doing few things. Just see. So yesterday we have done K8's project, my server name, network. Okay. And Amazon Linux 2 AMI, everything is there in the document, so you don't need to worry. For a Kubernetes cluster, you need T2 medium. You select T2 medium. You do proceed without a key pair. And here you have to select 20 GB, which we have done yesterday, and launch the instance. The first step I have done for you. Thanks a lot, Yannick. That really means a lot for me. Okay. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So guys, once the system is ready, you will be installing here some things. Okay. Right. And for everyone's information, okay, for everyone's information, before we go ahead, I want to introduce you all. I have started the batch 9, guys. Okay. So if you see here, this is the batch 9 for everyone, those who are willing to learn from basics to advanced. This will be a 2-month course, and I will be teaching you 14 projects which are industry based. At the same time, I will be guiding you, mentoring you the same way I have helped thousands of students to get their dream job. Okay. In this course, starting from fundamentals to experiencing you a resume, a job search criteria, and all those things are included. Not only this, as a bonus, you will get my resumes for the companies which I have cracked: Infosys, Walmart, Verizon, Paytm, Dun & Bradstreet, Airtel, and Microsoft, Google. I was rejected. And whatever the companies I have cracked, all the resumes I will share with you. I will share all my companies' interview questions with you. I will do mock interviews for each of the person who are interested. I will give you projects, roles and responsibilities. I will give you job guidance, at the same time LinkedIn profile optimization. This all in a very less cost. I will do that for you. And as I have told you, 8 people I will be taking from today's class. So if anyone is interested, 8 people only, start your journey with me. Okay. The classes are starting from September 2nd, maybe from this Thursday, actually, to the people who are joining. But the actual classes are starting from September 3rd week. But one thing here, in between this gap, I will be continuously mentoring to the students who are with me in batch 9. Okay. And this is the lowest cost which I have kept. If anyone is interested while we are doing projects, you can enroll yourself. Okay. And you can be the part of the batch 9. Okay. You can be the part of batch 9. I have shared the link. Time of the class is 9 a.m. IST, Emmanuel. 9 a.m. IST to 11:30 a.m. IST, and some classes on evening also. Okay. So I'll share this link. You can check if anyone is interested. 8 people, because yesterday 7 people I have already got it. So today 8 people, if you are joining my batch, I will start from. Okay. So if anyone is interested, you can actually join this batch 9. Okay. So everyone, if you are interested, you can definitely join in batch 9, one of the best batches, projects and mentorship. Yes, Gauri, it will be purely based on the projects and mentorship. So you can check here. I'll be, yes, Isaac, for USD, it will be a little bit different cost. So you can check. Okay. Yes, Gauri, I have shared you the link, right? For US dollars, it will be a little bit high. I think $80, $70. I don't know. You can check once. Okay. So Guru is telling it's 32. Yeah, you can check once. I'm not sure actually. Team, whatever they have set on US dollars. So you can check that. But cost is I am guaranteeing it's very much less as per my knowledge in entire YouTube community. Yes. One more thing, Ramya, if you are attending batch 9, that will be a separate project sessions. Okay. And you can attend this YouTube classes also. Don't worry. Great. Thanks a lot, Vishnu. That's good. Now, all of you, I'm going to take 8 people who are willing to join with me. You can enroll yourself, and meanwhile, I will create the EC2 instance. How to join, Isaac? I am giving you the link here. I have replied to your comment also. This is the link, batch 9. All of you see here. You can just type heydevops.in/batch9. Click on this book your seat, and it will take you to the early bird offer coupon, right? It will have a coupon for you. You can enroll with that coupon, and the cost is 4250. Okay. And not only this, you can talk with any of the students whose names are here with the LinkedIn. You can go and get guidance from them, whether it is good or bad, what is their understanding. And every fresher to experienced, this course will be helping you. Yes, it will be a project-based teaching. At the same time, it's from beginner to experience, guys. This is what I'm targeting. Okay, so this is the 9th batch which I am teaching. In the last 2 years, I have completed 8th batch is running, which will be completed in the coming week. But all the batches were successfully completed with every student being the part. And for your information, this is the lowest course in the market, lowest priced course. If you don't like the teaching, if you can find some other mentor, you are always free to go and search on your own. I don't have any issues. But with me, you will get live classes, everyday live classes, 15 plus assignments, new projects, certification of completion, 14 plus projects, and 30 plus downloadable resources in this batch we are adding. So I would request, if anyone is interested. Okay, Gauri is telling it's not opening. Gauri, where are you? Yeah, so reply. Just hit this link, Gauri. Okay, so I am sharing in the batch 9. If you hit in the website, if you hit in the browser, it will directly open heydevops.in/batch9. It will directly open. Yes, course content, Sajid. This is the course content for everyone, those who are watching me. If you see here, what will you learn? You can click on this. This is the topic wise and tool wise data. Projects and details, you can get it here on the course content. CI/CD, Docker, Kubernetes, Python, Kubernetes Advanced, Terraform, AWS, Python, Django, Ansible, Azure. So basically, this is 2 clouds we are targeting, Azure and AWS. Okay. So this course is very important for you. Right. Yes, I'm sharing it again. Emmanuel, you can take it from here. Yes. All of you, you can just take from here, whichever I am showing you. 8 people I am waiting for you to come to me. And whoever is joining, this Thursday, we will be having a call. This Thursday means today is Sunday, right? So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 29th, I'll be having a meeting with you. And what we will do is, in this 29th, I'll be giving you a roadmap, what we have to do in the next 2 weeks. Okay. And from the September, your classes will be anyway starting. So that's important. Okay. No. Smash. You will not miss any classes. You can check as per your availability. No issues. Okay. Right. Any questions if you have? Okay, no questions. Right. Let's move forward, guys. So I have my EC2 instance ready. Okay. So once this EC2 instance is ready, now what you do the connect. And now once we do the connect to the EC2 instance, you will see something here, right? It is loading, still loading. Yeah. So I will be showing you the entire networking of now the Kubernetes in just another 5 minutes. Let's see what is that. Okay. Now the project which is for you is in this document. Okay. So batch bootcamp 8. Yes. Week 1/2. And this is your, no, not this one. Yeah. So this is your Kubernetes project. All of your eyes on the screen. If anyone is enrolling to the batch 9, please enroll yourself and tell me your name in the chat. those who have enrolled now in the live class. Okay, so all of you see here, this is the Kubernetes project which we will do. You can do this in Windows also, or if you don't want to do it in Windows, you can do it in Linux, which I am doing. Okay, so now all of you see here, first we'll be installing some things here, and to start that, I'll be taking this document which we have done, which we have seen yesterday. So I'll be installing all the tools that is needed for my system to be up and running. So in order to run Kubernetes, you need Docker. That's very much important, right? Timings is basically 9 a.m. IST to 11 a.m. IST. Gauri, this is kind of a demo. If you want to continue, you can continue. No issues, right? Yes, 𝐃𝐈𝐒𝐲𝐁𝐢𝐫𝐐𝐿. This is the link which I am sharing to you. Yeah. So those who are enrolling, guys, 8 people, if you are enrolling, please let me know your names. I'll be happy to take you in. Okay. Right. So once this installation is being done, okay, now Docker is installed. We are able to see Docker-v. This is our Docker, right? Once the Docker is installed, you already know, yesterday we have installed the Minikube. So what you do, curl-lo. Basically, LO is hit the URL, get the output in the format of this name. Okay, so we are trying to get that format. And step 4, install the Minikube in the system. So once you have done this, now this is where the difference in the command comes. Guys, all of your eyes on the screen. Now, yesterday, if you remember, I have not used this command. How many of you say, yes, I have not used this command? I have not used this command yesterday. How many of you say? Yes? Guys? I have not used this command yesterday. If you have that, yes? Do you agree with me? I have not used this command. But here, if you see, we are trying to install with a plugin called Container Network Interface. And for that container network interface, I am giving a Calico name. Okay, as simple as that. Now, what is happening, right? In this Calico, if I hit this, let's assume, okay, what is happening, you see, right? CNI, which we have not used, right? We have not used, right? Now, all of you see here, what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to run with this command, and you see what will happen. Okay. Okay, what it is telling, exit status cannot connect to Docker. Oh, okay, so we have not started the Docker. So let's see, like, yeah, somehow the Docker was not started. So system CTL. Okay, so I have done these two. Now let's do this. Yes, now all of you see here, you will need to provide a CNI, container network interface, and we are using the network plugin. These two are very much important. Now you see here, the control plane will be created. The network data points will also be created with respect to our project. We will see now. Okay, in a little bit of time, your data points will be created. We will see now. Okay, now I will show you the project, what we are trying to do, actual project. Okay, so once your installation is done, we will wait for one more minute for cloning the code and everything. Okay, it's taking a little bit time. We will wait for that to happen. Now, meanwhile, shall we see the code? Yes. Right. So now all of you see here, the code I have kept here, guys. So this is the Kubernetes project, which is included with your networking components. Now, if you see here, there are various kinds of ingress network policies, application ingress, application egress, deployment files, and network policy files, right? And in each file, if you see here, there will be some things which are getting created as per your theory. Now, once you see this, can you tell me what it is doing? We have already discussed this. API version, kind, metadata specifications, and I am selecting the pod with the pod label my app. Yes, with the pod label my app, and in this I will show you where is the my app getting created. And you see ingress from port 80. So what I'm telling, for this particular pod, this network policy get attached. Am I correct, guys? Am I correct? Whatever I'm telling, is it correct? Does it sounds correct or not? According to our theory, the network policy which I am going to create is going to get attached with the pod. Is it true or not? Yes, true, everyone? That's true? Great. Now this you understood, right? The network policy first component, very simple. Now if we move ahead, deployment.yaml, and if you see here, this deployment API version, kind, metadata spec. For the deployment, how many pods I am looking to create, guys? Replicas. I am going to create 2 pods with name my app. And what is that pod having? Yesterday also you have seen the container. What is the image of the container? Nginx. So in my architecture, if you see here this document, not this one. If you see the architecture here in the project document, architecture flow diagram, external users are accessing via ingress controller, which has the routing rules, which is going to the Kubernetes cluster. Kubernetes cluster has the Calico file, which is having a network security policy. That network security policy is redirecting to Nginx and core DNS, and the Nginx has a service also exposed. If you see a little bit down, there is one more architecture of the app. The external users are coming via the ingress controller. All of you see here. The external users are coming via the ingress controller. The ingress controller has a ingress routing. The ingress routing routes the traffic to deployment.yaml file and the core DNS. The core DNS has the network policies. Okay, the deployments have the network policy of this one. See here with the names, guys. This project is very interesting. With the names, I have added for your understanding. Right? When you are doing hands-on also, you have to feel that, right? You have to understand that which component we are doing, which component we are creating. Yes or no? That's important, right? Do you agree with me? Which component we are creating. So you see here, every file name is mapped to your project. Okay, so you see here. Oh, one second. Nginx, yeah, Nginx ingress controller. So we are going to create a controller. This will be a controller file, which will be controlling the entire traffic to the downstream. Okay, so once the controller file is read, then you have my app ingress.yaml. So this will be an ingress file. Okay, basically a routing file. And then you have a deployment.yaml file. This is your deployment.yaml file. And then you have a service discovery core DNS. I will show you network policies for deployments and network policy for core DNS. Now, first, before doing all these things, shall we first see the core DNS, guys? Excellent. Right. First, we will see the core DNS, how it looks like. Okay. kubectl, all of you see here. kubectl Okay, kubectl I have not installed. So let me install the kubectl. Okay, so kubectl has been installed. So what I have to do, guys, all of you see here. Yeah, so all of you see here, kubectl get pods -n cube -system. Now, if you see these things, do you see Calico controller, Calico node, core DNS? Guys, very, very important. If you are joining batch 9, I will take you to in-depth concepts of these things. Okay. Now we will touch base on highlights of this configurations. But if you are with me on batch 9, we will go inside each of the components and see. As of now, I will go inside this component and I will show you what exactly you are going to get. Now, in the core DNS, okay, this is the command which we have used to get all the components in the kube system namespace. And I'm going to get inside kubectl describe, okay, pod, and this one we will take it, okay, core DNS -n, namespace is cube -system. Now all of you see here, in this particular core DNS, if you see here, this is the namespace, system cluster, the priority is critical. The DNS is critical part of the system. Guys, are you feeling boring, or shall I stop like this? Are you feeling good? Understanding some things? Yes. Okay, please continue. What about others? I feel like you all are sleeping. No sleeping? Okay, good. Okay, so you see here, in the core DNS, okay, in the core DNS, if you see the CNI, container network interface, the IP of the system, the replica sets core DNS, how many core DNS I need, state of the core DNS, the core DNS core file, which I will be showing you in a 1 minute. Okay, so core DNS will have a core file, which is very much important. And you will see all these things, okay, where it is mounted and all these things. But if you come out, let's say, okay, kubectl now all of you see here, for any parameter, there will be always a config map. Okay, config map is something which has the configurations. In yesterday's class we have seen. Now if you see here in this core DNS, I will go here. Okay, this core DNS I'm trying to get it. So kubectl describe core DNS -n cube -system. Now all of you see here, when I am hitting the core DNS, okay, kubectl describe config map core DNS -n cube system, and I'm doing this. Are you seeing the core file of core DNS? Guys, if you give me yes, I will move forward, because somewhere you all are like very silent. Interesting. Good. Topic is good, right? And one more thing, after the stream is ended at 8 p.m., I want everyone to comment on the video, whatever you have experienced today. Okay, right? Please comment it. At least 8 people, 7 people, and Telugu also. If you are liking the class, please comment that. Okay, right. Now, if you see here, the core file, if you see, guys, what is this? What is this? 53. Now, in AWS, what is 53, guys? Which service is 53? In AWS, which service is 53? In AWS, which service is 53? Route. Correct? DNS route 53. So you see here, some routing configurations have been added to it. And if you see here, time to live means when I'm hitting a request, how much seconds my request should be alive. Okay, time to live. Prometheus server is listening in 9153 port. If anything is there. Now, one more thing. All the servers will have this file, true or false. All this server will have this. All the Linux servers, DNS servers will have this etc/resolve.conf. Yes, all of that I will have. So whatever the requests are coming, I am telling that forward it to my Kubernetes cluster resolve.conf. And if you see here, balance the load, reload, cache, loops, everything is there with this core DNS configurations. Are you able to understand? Yes, this is very, very much important for the Kubernetes. And this only manages your entire cluster. Does it make sense? Right? Now let's do this cd/opt. What I will do is git clone. Okay. I will clone the repository. I'll clone the repository from this one. Okay. K8 networking. So I will copy this URL and I will do a git clone, this one. Now all of you see here, okay, we will follow the steps from the document. Okay, now step by step we will go and I will take you to the project setup. Okay, not this one. Yeah, so all of you see here, step 1, deploy core resources. So you hit this Kubernetes deployment.yaml file. Okay, so once you hit this, you see what is happening. The deployment, okay, deployment.yaml doesn't exist. Sorry for that. So you have to go inside the folder and then you have to hit this. Okay. Now, if you see the deployments has been created. Okay. The file name is deployment.yaml. What is the purpose? I have clearly mentioned in this project what this file is doing for your project. Are you able to understand, everyone in the class? True. With every file, what exactly it is doing, I have mentioned here. So you create the deployment. For that pod, you apply the network policies. So there is a network policy YAML file. For that pod, you apply the network policy. Okay. Once you have applied the network policy, you see here, the file name is allow network policy.yaml and the file looks like this. And on which pod I am applying this network policy? On this pod. Clear? Now you create the egress traffic. Now all of you see here in the diagram, the egress traffic, okay, is for which one? Services egress traffic, egress outbound. Okay, so you see here, allow the kubectl-f. You do this one and you do the egress functionality. Now once the egress is created, you come down, you create the default network policies for the, okay, kubectl. Okay, in this case, the K is capital. You have to make the K small and the network policies have been created. Now, purpose of this policy, denies all inbound and outbound traffic by default. Now, deploy the ingress controller. Now, this is very important, guys. Okay, when you are creating the ingress controller with this particular project, this step is the game changer for you. Okay, so once I hit this, if you see, the ingress controller has already been created and the steps are here. And finally, create the Nginx service. And this Nginx is a controller again. You know, like Nginx is a controller which takes the incoming traffic and routes to some value. So this is what it is doing. So basically in our project, the Nginx is taking the traffic and routing the things. And one more thing, ingress rule. So these all things are like your different kinds of networking in Kubernetes. Okay. So the ultimate goal for you is Finally, everything is done. Do the step number 5. kubectl get all. If you do, you will get all the things. All of you see here? All of you see here? Deployments, my app deployments, 2 pods are running. Kubernetes service, 2 services are running. 1 deployment is running, and replica sets are also there. So these all things you get it. And if you see kubectl get ingress, how many ingresses we have created? We have created 1 ingress, and that ingress is running successfully. And now if you see here, network policies, if you want to verify the network policies, kubectl get network policies. How many network policies we have created? 1, 2, 3 network policies we have created. Default deny, allow my app, egress allow. How many policies we have created, guys? How many network policies we have created? Quickly. How many network policies we have created? 3. Okay. So these are the 3 network policies. Okay. You can confirm once. And once you have done this, all of you see here, update the DNS mapping in your system, in your host file of the system, in your pod basically. Okay. Update that and try to do the kubectl port forwarding, and you will be able to get this localhost server. Now, the Nginx page is coming, right? The entire structure is this architecture. Okay. This architecture is the first architecture for you. External users, ingress controller, ingress.yaml, deployments, core DNS, and from the top layer to the bottom layer, that's how it is working. Are you all clear what we have done? Are you all clear? Now, once these documents are given to you, please complete it. And not only this, you have to do a little bit more hands-on on understanding these things. Is it clear? My task is to tell you what you have to learn. Your task is to take that thread to move ahead. Okay, simple thing. Clear, everyone? Great. Okay, so now you all are clear, right? So what I will do, I will quickly delete the instance as of now. I'll terminate. Okay, and as I have told you all, batch 9, I was waiting for 8 people to join with me today. Now I will be waiting for the 8 people, those who are interested to enroll in batch 8. Once you have enrolled, you like this class, you understood how the documents are there, how I teach, how I interact with you all, how the classes will be. It will be completely on the Zoom. So if anyone is interested for batch 9, you can enroll with this link. Only in this live, this code is valid, guys, coupon code. Once this live is completed, this coupon code will be exhaust. Okay, so price will be changed. And for this 2 days, it's an early bird offer. If you have seen here, if I do the book your seat, it will be early bird offer. If I remove this, there will be some other cost. Okay. And for the batch 8, I have already told you all in the class, right? Right. So I'll be waiting for 8 people to join with me. If you have enrolled, you can tell me enroll now in the class. I mean, in this live, if you have enrolled, you can tell me you have enrolled. Okay. Sir, I am a BCom. I didn't know how to read DevOps. I am LKG student to DevOps. How to become 10th class student in DevOps? 10th class students by this class itself, by batch 9 itself. Not morning. I know that you have joined. I'm talking about this live. Okay. Right. So those who have joined this live, you can tell me. And any queries if you have, you can also ask your queries. Sir, can you confirm when batch 9 will start? Ramya, it's starting from September 3rd week. But this Thursday, I will connect with few of the students who have enrolled in the live classes, and I will connect with you on this Thursday. So ideally from this Thursday, those who are joining today, your classes will start. Okay. So if anyone is interested to enroll, you can enroll and let me know your name. Yeah. So any questions also, I'm open to take it. Okay. How many of you are Telugu here, right? 34 people. Okay, good. So everyone batch 9 join avvalanunte join avvochu endukante Telugulo ఏ classes ఉండవు, right? So మీరు join అయితే I'll definitely help you. Yes, this batch is enough to complete basics to advance. Okay, very much important. So you can definitely join basics to advanced, right? So any questions, guys? People on LinkedIn, any questions for me? How does KATE's pods communicate with each other by default out of the box? Out of the box, how they will communicate? By default, they will communicate with network policies only. Okay. Great. Okay, no issues. You have joined, right, Malik's? Okay, Emmanuel enrolled now. Good. Thanks a lot, Emmanuel. Right. So 7 people I am waiting. So anyone who has enrolled, right? You know, like job support is there. Yes, job support means not like you once you join, I will be helping. No, and like you get a job, I will be helping you, right? So if you see all the things starting from Linux fundamentals, right? Let me share my screen. Yes, starting from Linux fundamentals, networking concepts to making you job ready. Okay, so you can see here in this strength itself, Linux fundamentals to hunting for a job. Okay, so those things I'll be helping you: shell scripting, SonarQube, Postman, JFrog, now scenarios, Kubernetes scenarios, Docker scenarios, Jenkins file scenarios, Splunk integration, all those things, Python, Boto 3, AWS, Apache Kafka. So you see here, Apache Kafka, we will be discussing this particular batch. Okay. Not in Telugu. Ranganathan, it will be purely in English. Okay. English. 21st, Chakri. Okay. Chakravarti, 21st, right? Right. So all of you see here, I wanted to tell you all one important thing. So once you have enrolled, you will be eligible to get added yourself in the feed section also. So if you see here, this is the feed section where all my different students from different batches comes and they talk to each other. You can also participate here. If you click here, all your documents, all your data, right? So what people are experiencing, what people are learning, right? And what their efforts are, you can see everything here. Okay, so you can join the batch 9 with no doubts. You are spending less amount as compared to the market, right? And I'll be helping you in understanding the things. Okay, Ramya has enrolled. Okay, 6 people, guys. I am waiting for you all. 6 people. If you are enrolling with me this Thursday, I'll be talking with you all. I'll be setting you the roadmap for you for the next few weeks, and then the actual classes will start. For BCom student, DevOps ki mundu basics. Em akkarle. Okay, Ranganathan. Em akkarle. So see, you join. It will be good. I'll be teaching you. Or you can check some other things. I don't have any issues. Okay. Anyone trying to enroll, guys? I'm waiting for you all to tell me a yes. So you checked on different things today. You checked on different ways how I teach. Anyone is trying to enroll? Give me a yes so that I will wait, or else we can move to some other topics. Anyone is trying to enroll? Anyone interested in enrolling? Yes. Ibanga, I have already shared you the link. Yes. If you have any questions, you can ask me also, right? And thanks a lot from USA. People are watching me. That really means a lot to me, right? I hope that I will definitely help your aspirations to come true, right? And we have many people from USA, South America, South Africa, Argentina, Canada, okay, UK. As of now, we are seeing the Kubernetes in CLI. Can you show us in the EKS cluster? Yeah. So next projects are on EKS the coming weeks. Weekends, Shika, because all the people have different time, like offices. So it's on weekend. Yes, you can add this project. No issues. Hi, Praveen. I am from CSIT branch. In this 2024 pass out, should I go with DevOps? Yes, you can go. Oh, Dubai. Okay, Morocco. Fine. Yes, definitely. I'm watching it from Dubai. Okay, that's great. Yeah. Morocco. Okay, people are from different countries, right? So I'm literally happy that you all are liking the content. You all are liking the projects. You all are liking like what see, whatever I am telling, it is not the end for your learnings. It's just the start for your new things, right? So you can check, you can understand things, right? And you can definitely enroll for batch 9. So 6 people, guys, I'm waiting. If anyone is interested, you can enroll, right? Okay, and any questions you have with respect to today's class, batch 9, or yesterday's project? Any questions, any doubts? I have 2 years experience in non-IT field. Can I switch to DevOps? Yes, Vishnu, that's very true. You can definitely switch. What is the example of an ingress controller? We have created, right, Minloy? That is an example of ingress controller. The way we have created routings and all. Yes, I will tell you, Suren, about this. Okay. Yeah, Nginx you can try. We have already done Nginx here. You can take this, right? This is the ingress controller which we have created with Nginx, and we have created its service also, and we have deployed the Nginx app also. Okay, so we have deployed Nginx app, we have created a service, and we have added routing rules also. Hi Praveen, may I know it's full week batch or weekend batches, Sampath, because people are going to office. Jitendra, you can watch the video. Yes, it was a good session, right? Thanks a lot. Yes, you can try, right, Ranganathan? BCom, actually, non-IT people are going more. I'm not sure, like, what exactly jobs are there or not for BCom, okay? So today we have completed all these topics. Once you go home, I want you all to go over these documents and make sure you are understanding what we have done today, at least on a high level. If you are not giving that much priority, you can at least try that. Okay. Manikanta, because it's a YouTube, we want to cater time and all, right? In actual classes, it will be 2.5 hours. Okay. Classes are on Sunday, Saturday. Yes. So for your information, the classes are on weekends, Sunday, Saturday, and Tuesday. Okay. If you see here, if you come down, these are the contents which we are covering. Classes on weekends, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. And if you see here, these all things we are going to cover. Okay. And you can check all the FAQs, and you are going to get a certificate also from our end. Okay. This will be live classes, only live classes, no recorded videos. 14 projects, 2 months duration, 2 years access, and highest package which my previous students have got. You can check here in the placement stories. Whatever you are experiencing from fresher to experienced, Walmart placements. Okay, how we have supported Canada people. Some people think like this all are fake. You can talk with your friends. I'm 100% sure here, not even one person who, like, for example, Nitin Kumar, for example, Nayan Chafle, you can check their LinkedIn IDs, and you can check like how much people have liked and supported their comments. Okay, you can check everything, right? That's how I say usually. No prerequisites, guys. Again, you don't have any prerequisites. You have to just join the course, and I will be telling you what you have to learn. Great, Mukesh. Thanks a lot. Recordings will be provided. Manikanta, if you see here, where is that? Okay, 2 years access. It means that recordings will be provided. Okay, so whatever your questions are, I'm just writing down so that they are updated in the website. Very much important, right? So recordings provided. Right. I have added it. These details will be uploaded or updated in the website as early as possible, right? You ask me, I will update in the website. Okay, job assistance. These are the things which you will get. And guys, again, I'm telling, the course will be purely in English. Okay. So if any Telugu person is joining, I am again telling you, this is purely in English. Okay. Clear? Right. So any questions you have, people on LinkedIn, let's see what are your thoughts on this. Okay, silently watching, huh? There are 4 types of services in why Calico networking? There is 4 types of services in 𝐃𝐈𝐒𝐿, but why Calico networking? See, service is different, networking is different. You cannot combine both the things. Calico networking, it maintains your network. Service is kind of a load balancer or ports it gives. Hey, I am following your videos from couple of days. I really thank you, Praveen, for uploading videos on YouTube. Thanks a lot, Chetla Vasu. Bro, can I check in Telegram? Is this recorded class? Can I check in? What is this? It's recorded class. Oh, no, it's live class. Once live class is done, you will get recordings. Okay. Every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. So overall, yeah, you check the details, Manikanta. Okay. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Calico is for intercluster networking. Service is for exposing pods to other clients. Yes. Thanks, Guru. Any more questions, guys? Quickly. Any questions you have? We will learn Kubernetes from depth, or it will create a project. We will learn Kubernetes from depth, or we will create a project. No, we will not create any kind of depth things. I didn't get that. You will learn on a project basis, like how you have seen today. It will be on the project basis. Drive access, yes, Anvesh, I will talk about that. No issues. Yeah. Okay, so anyone who wants to talk with me, I am inviting you to this stream link. You can come talk with me. We can have a friendly discussion. If you have any questions to discuss, we can discuss. And still waiting for people to join. If anyone is interested, you can join. Aman, I know that you are already enrolled, right? Okay, great. Yes. Hi, Guru. Yes, we will take some questions. Let's see. I will just stop my screen share once. Guys, we are waiting for the people to ask your queries. Guru is also with us, highly experienced and talented architect. Okay, so I am like, I'm very, no, what Guru? We have to tell about people, right? People don't know. So, yeah.
I'm a developer, that's it.
Yeah. So, whatever it is, you are a architect, right? Yes,
No?
Talaivan on from Guru, sir, right? See, right? So, people are admiring. So, that's what. So any questions you have, guys, please put it in the chat and we will help you to get it answered. Any questions quickly? Any questions? No questions. All are silent. Okay. Omar has joined. Let's see.
Hi,
hey, hi, Omar. Yes.
Yeah, like how to get jobs. Like how to get jobs.
Yeah, your voice is breaking.
Your mic is not good. You're on mute, sir. Omar, you're on mute.
Omar, yeah, we will talk with Rahil until then. Rahil.
Hi, hello. I was there in
Hi. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, Rahil.
Yes, Rahil, go ahead.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you are audible.
Hi Praveen. Hi Guru sir.
Yes.
Actually, currently I'm working in a tech role, and I'm planning to transition into DevOps. And actually, I have a three plus experience in the tech support. So, what will be the roadmap to so I can transition into the DevOps?
Are you in tech support? What do you mean by tech support?
Application support role, sir.
Application.
Like, can you give me an example of what you do?
Actually, ticket there is a ticket comes from the client, so we have to solve the issues.
Is it in application programming or just
No,
data setup?
just data.
Data setup. So, for example, my account is not working, or
Yes,
my
yes, yes,
application is down, or I don't have the right permissions, or something like that.
yes.
Correct?
Exactly,
Yeah.
correct.
Okay. My suggestion is, not sure you have enrolled to Praveen's course or not.
No,
I
no, not now.
not. No. Okay, fine. My suggestion is you have to be very disciplined. Number one, yeah. One way to
Okay,
discipline is to join a course, because you're paying some money, you will get disciplined.
correct.
Unless you are like me, who gets up at 4:30 in the morning every day. I get up at 4:30, 4:45. My wife gives me the coffee. From 5 to 8, I study daily, even if it's a holiday. Doesn't matter. I even take my
Okay,
laptop to my holiday. Wake up at 4:30, have the coffee, and study. Yeah. Why I do that? Because it's part of my learning culture. Yeah. And what I do is become very disciplined and see what are the skills which is needed for some time. Yeah. For example, if you want to become a DevOps engineer, you can go to lots of roadmaps are there. Roadmap.sh, I think so. It's a website. Yeah, you
yes, sir.
can go there. You can go there and find lots of roadmaps are there. But the problem is how disciplined you are to follow it. Why do you think I
Correct.
come to Praveen's or Shubham's or Piyush
Piyush,
or Savinder or
Abhishek,
myself?
Abhishek.
Is just to learn. I'm not here for a job. Yeah, I already have a job. I'm
Correct.
very well paid. I have not seen an office for almost 3 years now. I even don't know where I have not physically met my manager yet. I physically, okay, we meet once in a week, and he says, "Hi Guru, how are you? Good. Did you apply for the holidays? Yes, good. Do you need any approval? No. Okay. Don't work too much after 5 o'clock. Please log off. Yeah. Do you need any approvals? Yes. How is Vandy? That is my daughter. What did you have for lunch? Okay, good. Your numbers are good. Okay. Anything else? No. Okay. Meeting over. That's it. That's the meeting I have. He won't tell me what to do, or I will not tell what can I do and all. We automatically go and pick the jobs. Yeah. So
Okay,
that is a discipline, because once you start learning, you have this growth mindset. Everything will come easy for you. Don't wait for others to tell you what to do. You need to decide
correct.
and ask people how to do it. That's one of the reasons I go for courses. I'm certified in 5 different. I am certified in Java. I'm certified in Spring. I'm certified in AWS, GCP. I don't know what else I have. To be honest, I forgot. Yeah, I'm GitLab certified. I'm GitOps certified. Why? I just don't do it for the fun of it. I do with a learning mindset. So my suggestion is, if you are in a course, fine. If you are not in a course, look at for any roadmaps and follow it to the book. Just don't do it for 3 days. Somebody will give me 10 lakh jobs and all. No, it's not going to happen.
Oh,
It's not going to
correct.
happen. Yeah, cool.
Correct.
Anything else you want to know?
No, sir. Thank you.
No worries.
Rahil, thanks a lot. I think
Yes.
you have given very depth answer to him. And we have Ria also with us. Ria, you can ask your question. Or Peter Paul is also there with us. Peter, you can also ask your
Hi,
question.
hi. I enrolled for batch 9.
Yes.
Okay. So I just my takeaway from this course is like I'm working on this. I'm a cloud engineer working on AWS, Azure both, and also working on Terraform. My takeaway from this is, do we get hands-on on Python,
Yes.
Ansible, etc., etc.?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Hands-on.
Everything
Okay.
is there. You
So
can just check in that what you will learn. You can
okay,
search Control F, whatever tool you want to check, it will be
okay.
there in the website.
In the live classes, we'll be
Yes.
getting the
I will be
hands-on.
doing hands-on and I will be teaching you.
Okay. So it happens in the morning only, right? IST
Yes.
hours.
Morning
Uh,
IST. Yeah.
so you have evening as well, or only
No,
mornings?
no. Only all the batches are morning.
Morning only. So
Yeah.
so it's on Saturday, Sunday only, right?
Saturday, Sunday,
Or,
Wednesday. Wednesday, it's evening, Wednesday, 8 p.m. IST, where
okay,
we will be talking with the people and a little bit on the job guidance also.
okay, okay. Fine, fine. And yeah,
Yeah.
correct. Yeah. So my takeaway more is I want to be familiar with the, I mean, most of the interview questions, right? I mean,
Sure,
the
sure. Yeah,
DevOps
I
or
will be sharing
yeah,
that. My interview
yeah,
questions I'll be sharing up to
yeah, sure,
like
sure.
10 years. It will be easy for. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So Vishnu or Anish?
Hello, Praveen, and good evening.
Yes. Good evening, Vishnu.
I'm audible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I have zero knowledge in DevOps. I have enrolled to the ninth batch also,
Yeah. Tell your
and
question. Yes.
I have 2 years of experience in non-IT batch, non-IT field. Can I switch to DevOps actually?
Don't worry. Once you have enrolled now, see, guys, those who have enrolled now have some patience, right? It's like getting married. As soon as you see a girl, you don't get married, do you? You do
Okay,
say hello, hi, and go on a date, and then she has to say yes. You get engaged. You have to do a lot of preparation, and then only you get married, right? You shouldn't say, "Oh, I met a girl. Will you marry me?" Most probably, she will slap you, or you will end up in the police station. Yeah. So my
okay,
suggestion is, don't. You have enrolled. No, go through the course, learn the basics. Once you have done this, because Praveen is going to help you on your resume and job assistant, I'm sure you will do good. So don't try to rush things. Yeah.
okay,
Understood?
okay.
Yeah. Thanks very much. Go ahead, Amit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi Guru. So basically, I'm having 3.5 years of experience as a DevOps engineer. I wanted to know, see, I don't have any GCP knowledge for DevOps, but now seeing these days, GCP is a must for good to have knowledge on for DevOps. Okay, so if getting certified is really worth it because you don't have industrial knowledge on it, you will only learn basics from it. And industry, you talk about this, so they work on some different project which is not taught by any.
Sorry, my Alexa went off. Yeah.
Yeah, so just wanted to know if GCP is really worth it to have in DevOps.
Uh it depends, right?
Yeah, because in my company, we create a CI/CD pipeline, the entire CI/CD pipeline. Okay, that has nothing to do with DevOps. So basically, I'm from Toshiba, so we sell ESSDs. So it's a product-based company, but I don't see any future that GCP will come in my company. So that's just wanted to know that.
Okay, so do you use AWS?
No cloud services.
No cloud services. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if I ask you a small question, very small question, yeah?
Mhm.
Don't tell me the how. Tell me
Okay.
what is DevOps. Can you tell me what is DevOps?
If you simply break in terms, dev plus ops is basically
That's
development team.
that's the how part. That's the how
Okay,
part. That's not what.
okay,
That's the
okay,
how. You break the thing. That's the how part. What is
okay.
DevOps? Can you tell me? Or why
Uh,
DevOps in the first case? Why DevOps in the first case?
okay, so basically, when If you go in if you go back, so when one developer works on multiple
That's how.
projects.
That's how.
Okay.
Why?
Okay. Why DevOps?
Or how? Why DevOps and what is DevOps? Don't give me the how.
Okay. I'm
I'll
not
give you
able to.
answer. Okay, I'll give you
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
Number one, DevOps original principle is to keep the customer happy.
Okay.
That's the
Yeah.
why. That's the why.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
Number two is what? Why you keep the customer happy so that they
Okay.
can come back to your service all the time, and they spend money, and you make thing and by giving services.
Okay.
Yeah. Number
Yes.
two, what is to give exactly. Your Kiran has said exactly. Yeah, not only lesser downtime, lesser time in anything.
Hmm.
Yeah? Deploy more often, give more services, give more features, bug fix very quickly without interrupting their workflow. That's all DevOps is. Don't make it, yeah, exactly. Make 24 hours upright, exactly. And give new features, give new services. That's it. Don't overcomplicate things. So you are in a product case company. Yeah, please join
Yeah,
Pudurang.
I'm giving him the link.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pandurang. Sorry, not my mistake. So my suggestion is think that and think how can you implement it later. Yeah, think of the idea. Okay, if this is a product company which does that, if I'm a software company, I can still apply those patterns. What happens? You have a CI/CD. That is only part of it.
Yeah.
Okay, but there are a lot of other things which goes in the background. If I start talking, it will take you 5 hours if I finish the talk. Of course, which I
Correct.
don't want to. Yeah.
Hmm.
My suggestion is ping me on LinkedIn. Praveen, can you do me a favor? Can you
Yeah. I'm
give
giving
them my LinkedIn profile?
Sure,
I
sure.
can, because I think it will be unfair for other people if they don't get the time. Yeah. But
Yeah.
my suggestion is most of the time people only to talk about the how. Yeah. It's like you normally would say, given that I think you are a youngster, not like a Buddha like me. Yeah.
Age is just
So
a number when you say.
yeah, exactly. So let's say I want to marry you. If you go and tell to a girl, I want to marry you, either she will slap you or next day police will come to your home. Chances are there. Yeah. So you don't do and say how. You say, oh, by the way, you look at her, smile her for 5 days takes, don't smoke or drink in front of her, be a nice boy, smile, and then after one, she comes for a coffee, and then you ask, and she will ask why. She says, you are beautiful, I'm earning, I think you will be a great partner, and then something. Yeah. And then you decide why and the what. What is okay, my plans are this and this and this. I think you will be a compatible partner for me. Would you like to agree? And this is what I'm giving you as well. It's not all about Amit. It has to be for that girl as well. Yeah. Once you do that, they will plan and then say, okay, we get engaged, and then you will plan for 3 months, and then you get an agree. Yeah. So that's what it is. So don't understand the what and the why first, and what can be delivered to keep the customer happy. Yeah. For example, if you come and tell me, Guru, you are my customer, the first thing I will ask is it Apple from Apple? If it's not, I don't use Windows. If you try to sell me Windows or product, I'll say no. The same is with my daughter. She doesn't use anything. Yeah. So my suggestion is understand the customer, give them what they want, and how to implement it. It depends on the context. Most of the time, if it's software, you can go to courses or go to some roadmaps and find it out. My suggestion is let's talk offline. I think it will be unfair for other people.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah,
That would be great.
you have to be fair.
That's again a brief
Yeah.
answer. Amit, I think that
Yeah.
helps you very.
Yeah,
Thanks a
that's
lot.
helped me a lot. I'll reach out to you.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've given Guru's LinkedIn ID, WebTech Guru. You can reach out to him.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Great. So he was writing some notes also when you were telling. That's great. Okay, Pandurang, go ahead.
Yeah, well, hey Praveen, Guru sir, how are you?
Good.
Yeah, we are good. We are good.
Yeah, I just wanted to know that is there any classes for Kubernetes only? So as I'm working in a product-based company that
Okay.
migrate the containerized application to the target. So I want to learn the Kubernetes. So also in Kubernetes, there is any another concept like a service mesh and all. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that has been covered in your class or
Yeah, it's
that
covered. It's covered. It's covered.
is service mesh,
Kubernetes.
right?
Yeah, this batch we are adding. Till last batch
Okay.
it was not there. This batch we are adding.
Okay, because I don't have much practical knowledge on Kubernetes. That's
Yeah.
why.
You attended from start yesterday class and today's class?
No, today's it's 1 hour back I
Okay.
started.
But
Yeah,
you
that's
you didn't know the concepts also,
no.
right? Which we have
Yes,
discussed
yeah,
today.
correct.
Okay, okay. But you understood what we have discussed on a high
Yes,
level.
yes, yeah, yeah, that core DNS and I get that.
But that is not the end. Okay, it's
Yeah.
just for a very like first thing we have just stepped into that. But there are many things when you go into the project. There will be big Calico files.
Mhm.
The second Calico file, if you have seen, I have shown you
Yes.
in the class. That type of Calico files actually projects have. So
Okay.
yeah, we need to make little bit efforts to understand those things also.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Thanks a lot.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good evening,
So
everyone.
yeah,
Can you differentiate what is OpenTofu and Terraform? Can you explain that?
Why?
Terraform. What is that
Why?
first one?
Open tofu.
OpenTofu, yeah,
Open tofu. Okay.
it
Why?
is Terra.
Okay. So tell me why you want to use open tofu in the first case.
I use Terraform for infrastructure. I don't have an idea about the OpenTofu.
Okay. So what happens is if you are a normal person, sorry about the webcam. Yeah. Okay. Here I'm back. So what happens was um, before the licensing changed, you can do anything with Terraform. Yeah, you can change it, do this. But after some time, they made a suggestion that it's business open source. So it's not fully open source, it's business friendly. But from your perspective, who's going to create the resources, nothing has changed. So it's almost the same. It's a different company. What happened was Open Tofu is a fork of Terraform. That's it.
Okay,
That's what it is. It's a literally a fork of it when it was open source. So somebody took a fork of it and made it into a separate product so that it can be open sourced. But Terraform is no more open sourced. So what happens is you cannot do everything which you used to do. But from a user perspective who is creating resources in Google or IBM or something, you don't have to worry about unless you are creating some extra hardware or software based on Terraform, then you should not be worried.
okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks.
you.
I think yesterday we have discussed with Anish only. I remember his mic setup and all. But yeah, Gaurav is here. Yeah, Gaurav and Shri, you can go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Yes. What happened? Mute. Shri.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah. Gaurav is
Yeah,
he has starting problems. Go ahead.
yeah. Hi, Praveen, and hi, Guru. Good morning to Guru and good evening to Praveen, I think.
No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
good evening. I'm based out of London. I'm not based out of US, so it's only 3 o'clock in the evening here.
Okay, okay. I have a question. We have an open cluster running. The concern over here is we are using the domain where the DNS domain got expired, and we have renewed that domain further. And later on, the user is testing the load test with simple curl call, and they are experiencing the timeout issues. So we have updated the cluster to the latest version. Even the worker node versions are also, with 4.15 is the master, and worker node says 4.14. So we have verified each and everything, and I have verified logging to one of the nodes like IP tables list. where I can see there are no service endpoints connected.
Stop.
So
Stop. Okay. Number one, without seeing, it's almost impossible to fix your OpenShift. Yeah, I assume it is an OpenShift cluster, correct?
you are correct, Guru. Yeah.
Yeah. My suggestion is let's connect afterwards. This is not a problem solving session. Yeah, because OpenShift is way out of scope. And without seeing you explaining, you can explain, but we don't have the context. Yeah.
Understood, Guru. Yeah. May know
Yeah.
on which stream can I connect with you? Like
Ping me on LinkedIn, which is given to you by Praveen.
I can put a
sure.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
or you can go to, I think I cannot paste my website. I think I should be able to. Let me see. Let me see if I can paste it. No, it won't allow me to paste it. There it is. I think it is there. Yeah, agileguru.org is and yeah. That's my LinkedIn. Ping me there because I think I have to have the full context, and if I try to solve the problem now, it will take half an hour at least, and we should not do this in public. So I think we can take it.
Got it. Yeah. And thanks a lot, Praveen, for introducing this networking concepts. Like I see that in OpenShift cluster, it is Calico system, where it is currently updated. So that's where we are facing issues as well. So got to know the networking concepts inside the Kubernetes. And thanks a lot for deep diving the concepts.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Okay, hello, sir.
Yeah, Gaurav.
Sure, I will connect with you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks a lot.
Means DevOps.
Go ahead, Gaurav.
Don't mute.
Sorry, sir. Sorry. I have completed in AWS, but working means DevOps then need to good coding. Means high level coding is needed to DevOps.
Yep. Yeah. See, please guys understand there is this concept of I don't want to do coding. I want to become a DevOps engineer. You have to code, not an application level coding, but some automation, some coding, some setup and everything. How do you think, or do you think you are like ChatGPT where you will tell something, it will automatically code? Obviously not. Yeah. Ultimately, every computer program is about automating. Automating means you have to tell the logic. Logic means you have to write the code. It will not do it on its own.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So if you are not good at coding, doesn't matter. But you have to do some coding. Yeah.
And so, sir, certification is.
Sorry.
Certification is impact of job.
Crap. Fix your mic first.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Whatever.
It is an issue or he's muting. I'm not sure actually.
No, the thing is his mic is crap. That's what it is.
Okay. Hey Gaurav, just put the message.
Yes.
Fix the mic and then into the talk. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Vamshi, go ahead.
Yeah. Hi Praveen. Hi Guru sir. Am I audible? Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening. Yeah.
Praveen, Guru sir, for my question is to you, like extending the previous Sri question. Currently, I'm working in a startup where my product was observability platform monitoring the banking transactions, where we are deploying the things in on-prem. Like earlier, they were doing in the Kubernetes. Now everything was shifting to OpenShift. I just wanted to know, it's like both are container managing platforms. My company has decided like OpenShift is more stable than Kubernetes. We are doing the things in on-prem, like VMs, taking VMs from client end. So why this OpenShift is more stable when compared running Kubernetes in the on-prem? I wanted to hear from you, Guru.
Okay. Okay. Now there are two differences. One, Kubernetes is not a product. It's a project. Yeah. Kubernetes is a project. Exactly.
Okay.
Which has some basic things running. Then companies like AWS picks it up, customize it to their need, to their hardware, and give you EKS.
Yeah.
Azure picks it up, makes a code out of it, makes some changes, adds some features, and makes a Azure Kubernetes service.
Yeah.
Then Google takes it, customizes it more, and then gives you GKE.
GKE. Yeah.
Similarly, Red Hat, which is owned by Oracle, they picked it up, made a heck lot of changes.
Okay.
But still, ultimately, the product is same. But they have called it as OpenShift because it not only does the basics of this one, but it is so much enhanced that if you know Kubernetes, if you know OpenShift, you will know Kubernetes, but not the other way around. Because to learn OpenShift, you have to learn Kubernetes plus a lot of things. For example, there is security context, this and that. Sometimes this may work, that may not work. And remember, OpenShift is a bloody expensive product.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a very expensive product. It's a product, it's not a project. Remember, to install OpenShift, you need a license, which is expensive, and it is based on CPU, on the hardware, on the RAM, and the no number of nodes. Yeah, I'll tell you some companies which use OpenShift. Aramco. I'm sure everyone knows Aramco, the biggest company in the world. Yeah, I used to work for them in Saudi Arabia for 6 weeks, and I'll tell you, it's one of the biggest examples of OpenShift. Yeah, so you have to do a lot of things. So my suggestion is, if you know Kubernetes and if you want a more stable product, but it's not a project, then you have to, there are different contexts. Yeah, OpenShift was derived from Kubernetes, but it's not only Kubernetes. You have to do a heck lot of things before you can make it happen.
Yeah. Got it. Good. Thank you for the info. Thanks, brother. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Tirupati.
Hey, hi Praveen.
Govinda.
Hi Praveen. I'm audible?
Hi. Yes, you are audible. Go ahead.
Yeah, nothing. Actually, just now I enrolled the batch 9. So exact date, when was the start?
Thursday we will connect once. Okay. And the next 2 weeks we will plan for what exactly we have to do. Actual batch date is 21st of September. So you have almost like 2 weeks, 3 weeks in between. And what we have to do in that 3 weeks, we will plan it on this Thursday. Okay. So you keep an eye on your email. You will get all details. And once the Zoom links are published, you will get all the Zoom links to your email ID and your WhatsApp number also.
Okay. Actually, each month, 2 weeks, I need to work on the Saturday, Sundays also. So that's why record also available, right?
Yeah, recording is there. Definitely. 2 years access, you will get recordings. So that will be helpful for you.
Okay. Is there any possible to one-to-one connect sometimes in the while?
We will have a doubt session where we can connect, and I will give unmute access. You can talk there also. So no issues in that.
Okay. Then fine.
Great.
And we need to enroll AWS and Azure, right? Not GCP.
I will tell you what to do. Don't do as of now. In the class, when the project starts, I will tell you what to do.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you. Yeah. Right. So great explanation by Guru. Yeah. So guys, don't worry about the drives and all. Okay. So we will share everything to you, your Telegram group itself. So don't worry about that. Right. So any other questions you have? Anyone wants to talk? Any other questions you have? Last 5 minutes, we will wait in the stream and then we can wind up this live. Any questions? Final 5 minutes. And one more thing, once you complete these projects, next week, again, 2 projects I will bring for you where we can see some more things on the Terraform and EKS setup. So little bit cloud side, we will move whatever we have done on the Minikube side, not that. Okay. So Guru, I think, any questions, guys? Final call. Okay. As of now, your projects or documents are just run commands and create all. It will, or why we are running commands. No, it will be why we are running commands in YouTube live. I have already told you every command I cannot explain, right? And you have not joined yesterday's class. That is why you are asking this question, Sai. So if you have joined yesterday's class, every command I have explained. So today, almost same commands were there. So I have run it. Okay. Right. Okay. So Guru, I think no questions. So people are happy with your time and my time. So it's 8:20 p.m. here. So there it's 4:30, right? If I'm not wrong.
4, almost 4.
4. Okay. Good. Okay. So great. Thanks a lot. And Saturday, Sunday.
I'll see you on. Yeah. Okay.
Totally occupied. Thanks a lot for your time, for talking with all. Bye. Yeah. Bye. Yeah. So that was Guru, guys. Thanks a lot. Again, people like great experience come to us, talk with us. That energy is different. When 8 years talk, that energy is different. When 18, 20 years person talk, that experience is different. So I think that's really important when we talk with someone, right? Thanks a lot for everyone. Documents will be rolled out to you soon, right? And don't need to worry. In Telegram group, it will be rolled out, right? Yes, you can consider that. Yeah, so you can consider. So Krishna, OpenShift Kubernetes with added features. Yes, sure. That's correct, Nidish. So guys, one last time, Krishna, I will, you can put your message in the chat. So I will talk with you later. Okay. So as of now, okay, one last call. Yes, recommended for freshers, guys. Telegram group name. This is the group name, guys. T.me. I'm going to share you with this link. You can share here. You can join this group for documents and all. Okay. So all of you see here one last time. So this Thursday, I'll be meeting you all. I'll be connecting with you all, those who have joined the batch 9 with me today, right? And one important thing, whatever you are seeing, we'll be covering in the batch 9, starting from Linux to Kubernetes to Ansible to everything, whatever you are looking for to get a job. Along with that, I'm going to give you job guidance where I'll be sharing my Infosys for fresher, Infosys resume for fresher, Verizon resume for mid-level people, Walmart resume for experienced people. I'll be sharing you 400 interview questions from my plate, mock interviews I will take, resume reviews, mock interviews, and various kinds of job guidance I'll give you. At the same time, these are the projects, all the things you can check here. And 3 people who are willing to enroll, you can join here. 3 people from this class, once you enroll, Thursday, I'll be talking with you all. Okay. Isaac, I hope you have enrolled for the class. If you have not enrolled, you can check the batch 9. So last 3 people, anyone with early bird access, right? How this possible with this low cost? So Chiranjeevi, I always, if you see my last, from the batch 1, always the cost was low, to be very honest. Okay. So you can check. I am teaching to many people. Batch 8 students are also here with me. You can check that and you can join as per your understanding. Yes, coding is necessary. It's not like not completely necessary. It's necessary, important also nowadays in 2024. Okay. So thanks a lot for joining. Okay. So as of now, I'll wait for 3 people. If anyone is interested, even in LinkedIn or YouTube 2 streams. Okay. Thursday evening only mostly. Okay. And all the details will be sent to your email ID. Okay, we can connect from there and we can try to understand. One more thing, if it is not Thursday, it will be postponed. We will communicate everything to your WhatsApp numbers also. You will get details, whatever we are doing, we'll be taking you all to various kinds of things. Okay. Great. No, Ria, in Telegram group, documents will be rolled out, so you don't need to worry. As I have told you, okay. Drive access I will give to each and everyone, those who are here. You can watch, keep an eye on the Telegram group. Okay. Yes. And guys, one last question. Do you think that the course price is least among the market, or it's an open challenge? Any other course is less than this price? You know any other course which is less than this price? Please tell me in the chat. Any other course which is less than this price? Yes, no? Yeah, okay. So it is least, okay? Yeah, you all are telling it's reasonable, it's least. So I'm guaranteeing that I don't want to charge from you 10,000, 15,000 or 20,000, which others are doing. I'm genuinely coming forward and with lesser price, I'm trying to teach you all. My only intention is whoever comes to our course, he gets some knowledge, right? He gets some understanding of the projects. He gets some understanding of how to hunt a job, with various kinds of things in the market. And also I would like to tell you, I am also trying to understand how the job market is. So you can understand what I am doing right now, right? You can be the part of this batch 9. So those who are interested can enroll here. Last 3 people, I will take you in. See you all. Thanks a lot for joining. After the stream is completed, you can comment what exactly you have understood from this classes. So thanks a lot, and see you in the next class in the next week. And join the Telegram group. This is the Telegram group for your documents. Documents will be rolled out by 10 p.m. I will take some break, right? I'll take some break and I will come back to you all. Okay. So I will take some water, take rest, and by 10 p.m. I'll share you the documents. Thank you all. Bye. This is Singham signing off. And please comment once the stream is ended. How have you experienced today's class? What were your learnings? If you have learned something new, that also you put comment. Okay. Thanks a lot. Bye. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you. Telegram link is not working. If Telegram link is not working, you copy the Telegram link, put it in your Telegram chat and hit that link. It will work. Bye. Bye all. Bye. Thanks a lot.